I wanted to put a correction video out there. I rewatched one of my videos. I swear I'm a little bit dyslexic. I'm definitely ADHD. 100% on that one. I think I probably got a little bit on the spectrum. I would definitely venture to say probably so. And that's okay. I take all of that. You can add those to your smear campaigns. All good in the hood, baby. But like when I throw out numbers or, dates or things like that, sometimes I get them mixed up. Sometimes I say the wrong dates. I'm human. It is what it is. But in reference to my grandparents passing away, my grandparents passed away in 2006, 6 months, roughly, 7.5 months, roughly apart. And so they passed away in 2006. And then I had my son in 2007. My Uncle Matt passed away in 2013. I do believe I need to write down all these dates. I need to go through and see what I can find. Again, allow me to remind you, my grandparents' obituaries have been taken off the internet. Okay? My Uncle Matt's is still on there. However, my grandparents are gone. I cannot find theirs. Thankfully, I have printouts of theirs. And then there have been some unusual passings, my Aunt Net being one of them, and cousins and all kinds of stuff. It would be a very interesting investigation to go down my family bloodline, to say the least. To say the least, I welcome it. I welcome it. Investigate me. Completely magnify my life. Go for it. Get into the nitty-gritty of everything. I'm here for it. I'll take the stand all day, baby. All day. All day. Under oath. I got you. I got you. But for some reason, they don't want that to happen. I'm a little confused by that. I'd like to know the why. I'd like to know the why. But that's for a rainy day. I guess the why is something they're going to have to live with. Is what it's seeming so. But I just wanted to put a quick video out there because, yeah, I get my dates mixed up. I get all kinds of things mixed up. I do indeed. I have so much going on up here in reference to when memories pop in my head and I'm trying to figure out why that memory just popped in my head, why an interaction just popped in my head, why a conversation just popped in my head, because so often enough, I'll have these things pop in my head out of the middle of nowhere. Out of the middle of nowhere. I won't be thinking about anybody or anyone, but it'll pop in my head. I'm like, okay, why'd you do that? You know what I mean? Not to mention, there's a lot of synchronicities and patterns that I'm picking up on in my everyday, whether that be numbers, interactions, on the news, things with Charlie Kirk's investigation, i.e. the Crestview plane, whether that's names, whether that's dates in reference to Erica, the whole timeline of that, and just my life. And there's so many different patterns and synchronicities that just pop up throughout my day. And so just trying to get through all of that while maintaining somewhat type of a composure in a diplomatic way. I always try to be diplomatic, and carry myself in a certain manner. I mean, I've always been like that for the most part. Don't get me wrong, I can get spicy and feisty, a lot of the times now, to be quite frank with you, I'll just shut down. I'll just shut it off. When I pick up on something's weird, something's peculiar, it's making me feel indifferent, we're done here. I'm like present, I'm physically present, and I'll be in a conversation, but I'm not going to buy into it. I'm not going to buy into it. I'm not going to give whatever it is they're trying to seek. It's just one of those things, because generally speaking, a lot of the times you can start picking up on things when people are trying to seek something from you. It's just something they're missing within themselves, and they're not going to be able to get that from you. They're going to have to figure out that on their own. So a lot of the times people are seeking things from you, and it's like, I can't help you with that. Whatever it is you're trying to figure out through me is something that is for you. You have all the questions within yourself. I don't have those answers. And I had to get to that place where I was looking for everybody outside of my life to provide me answers to the why. And it's like, no, I had all of them within myself. God was showing them to me my entire life. I just was choosing not to see them. Why? Why was I choosing not to see them? Because I was leading with my heart. I was leading with my heart. I was leading with kindness. I was leading with not thinking the worst of people, but thinking the best of them. And so it helped me. It helped me. I mean, it's like the whole time I didn't think. I knew something weird was going on, but I thought maybe I was crazy. I was like, because there's just no way in my world, in my mind, that there's people that would do such evil things intentionally. I still can't understand it. I still can't. I'll never understand it. I'll never understand it. I just won't. But then I see this whole thing with Charlie Kirk and how they just completely did that to him. And I mean, if they're capable of doing that, well, by golly, they're definitely capable of doing what I've walked through. They're capable of a lot. And so it's one of those things. You just have to recognize that when people do things like that, whether it be, for example, the Charlie Kirk thing, the Epstein, this war, all this propaganda back and forth, the crazy tweets, the crazy posts, the crazy stories, the crazy distractions, all of this stuff, it's all intentional. It's all intentional, okay? Even in the entertainment biz, I'm picking up on things there, like with a lot of things that these entertainers are saying, a lot of these new musicians flying out, a lot of these songs, the words in the songs, just different things. They're really trying to get ahead of this because they see the trajectory of it. They're losing camp across the board. They're losing the respect from the people. The people are seeing, and they are in the platforms and the power and in the control of where they're at because of the people. And so they know that once they lose sight of the people, the respect of the people, the control of the people, it's all kind of domino from there. It just is. It really is. And, it's one of those things you have to recognize in your walk, in your day-to-day walk. All of us do, whether you're an entertainer, whether you're a politician, whether you're an elite, whatever. You have to recognize that everything is a reflection. Everything is a mirror. Okay. So whatever you're pouring out into this world, which is by free will, free choice, is a mirror. You're just mirroring yourself. So if you're pouring out hate, if you're pouring out gossip, narration, smear campaigns, that is a mirror of yourself. Okay. If you're pouring out lies, hiding the truth, being a part of set operations, this is all a mirror. It is a mirror of yourself. It is a deflection. You're just deflecting. And so on the other side of the coin of that, people that find themselves in these different situations with their family, their loved ones, places at work, things with the government, hardships with their family, trying to put food on your table, all these things, just understand that these are growing pains. These are growing pains for you. Okay, because you have to adopt a certain mindset to be able to overcome the current world that we're in right now. Like, for example, their newest thing is like, you can get more on your paycheck every week if you change your deductions. Duh. Seriously? This is where we've landed? Where they're going to start pushing that out? Huh? Come again? What? So let me run this back. So now you're saying that if we change deductions, we get more of our paycheck. Yeah, I would agree. The whole reason why we put a zero deduction is to where Uncle Sam gets his portion where he doesn't tax us at the end. That's the whole reason why we do this. Okay? But now you're telling us the better way to do it is add deductions there, right? So you get it throughout the year. So Uncle Sam taxes you more at the end. Okay, cool. You see what they're doing there? You've got to pick up on that. Don't do it. Don't change your deductions if you don't have to. Do not do it. They gonna win at the end. Seriously. Don't do it unless you have to. If you have to, do it. I've had to do it. By the grace of God, I'm a 1099 now. So they don't get to pick where my money goes. Of course, I got to pay them at the end. But during the year, because you see what they're doing with our money now, not great things. Not great things. But I couldn't believe that when they're like, change the deductions. I'm like, these fools. Please.